What's up, guys? It's Matthew the Bass Angler, and today we are going to be talking about one of the best topwater baits, in my opinion, for beginner bass fishermen. And that bait is the plopper. Now, the plopper is a topwater moving bait where when you cast it out, it sits on the surface of the water and is supposed to resemble a struggling baitfish or a struggling bluegill. And as you can see, they all come in different colors, shapes, and sizes. We got the plopper 75 in the poach color and in the black loon color. And then we got the littler ones, the plopper 60s. Both work great for bass. It doesn't matter what size. I like the 75 a lot. It doesn't matter that much. But basically what you want to do is you want to have one of these, cast it out, and then when you cast it out, let it sit out there for 5 seconds, and then you want to wheel it at a decent speed. Sometimes you want to wheel it slow, and sometimes you want to wheel it fast. It depends on what location you're at, but most of the time you want to wheel it decently fast. And basically what this bait does is, when you wheel it, it goes through the water straight, and this tail right here on near the end of it has a rattler in it, and it makes a flutter. It makes a loud fluttering sound as you wheel it. The faster you wheel it, the faster the paddle is. So it goes back and forth, and it sounds like as you're going across the water. And it gets louder and louder, and that's what triggers the bites. This is supposed to look like a tail of a small fish, or a bluegill, or a poach even. And then it depends on the conditions, but normally I like fishing them early morning time or late evening. 6 to 9 5 to 8 in the morning, or 5 to 8 or 9 at night is the best time to fish these. They do work in the day, but I normally prefer them early morning or late night. And it is one of the best bass baits that you can have. You can buy these on Walmart, Bass Pro, any store that sells fishing stuff, you can get these off of, and they're one of the best bass baits because of that rattling sound. And it makes this sound when you see how you can hear that. That's what it makes when you rattle that tail. And it's so special because when you move that tail, it looks like a dying baitfish or a bluegill. And you mostly want to wheel at slow to medium speed, because then you make it look like it's not going very far, and that's what triggers those reaction strikes. And I recommend throwing these in either ponds. I don't recommend throwing them in ponds that have tons of weeds and lily pads that can get caught up, but these are great for creeks, streams, lakes, and even rivers, or in ponds, like I said, if they don't have a lot of vegetation on them. This color, the black loon color, is very good on cloudy parts of the day. Like if you do it on overcast days where it's more cloudy. On sunny days, I like this color because it's bright and it has that nice poach color, and then it has the fin. But this, on cloudy days, it's bright because the black makes it brighter, and then it has these white nice patches and dots on them, and then it has the red eyes. So does this one, and same for the small ones. And they both look great for bass. It doesn't matter what size. I recommend you can even use 90 or 110. It doesn't matter. Anything in the 60 to 110 range is great for bass. I hope you enjoyed this video. And it was a pleasure sharing this, guys. I hope you catch more fish, and that's it for today.